Hi, Nesha is here. This time I bring you some tips about safehouse blocking and how can you use it to maximize your profit from Immortal Syndicate. If you look on the board, you can see there are 4 safehouses, and as you probably already know, research and intervention safehouse have much better rewards than transportation and fortification. So the way the blocking is working is that when you reach 100% information with transportation or fortification safe house, you don't run those safe houses and keep them at between 90 and 100%. Also, when information about safe house reach 100%, the next 3 encounters you will not get that safe house, and because of that you will have much more research and intervention encounters. Keep in mind there is 17 members of Syndicate and their leader, but on the board you can have maximum 14 members. So if some of your favorite members are not present, it's probably because you already have maximum number of members on the board. And you will need to remove some of them to have chance that other shows up. Now question is which members to place inside the research and intervention safe house to get maximum profit. On Reddit there is a really nice post by Limonator where he showcases all Syndicate members and their rewards, and here is latest version. As you can see, rewards with green color are the best, yellow are good, black are okay, and red you should avoid. By amount of green color you can see that research and intervention safe house have much better rewards than transportation and fortification safe house. To get maximum reward from research safe house, you need to place on leader position it that flat. You also need to be rank 3. Then when you raid safe house you will get 2 crafting benches you can use to upgrade bridgestones into their pure versions, and for each bridgestone you upgrade you can get around 50 to 60 chaos, meaning for 2 bridgestones you will get around 100 to 120 chaos. Beside leader, inside research safe house there is space for 4 other members. I usually try to place Corel with hope to get some expensive fossils. Then also good is Leo, Tora and Borici. Tora is good if you wish to add some experience to your gems. If she is level rank 3, you will add 200 million experience to the gem. It is best to use gems like Empower, Enlighten or Enhance, and if they are with 20 quality you will get double experience. Borici is nice if you wish to add white sockets to your body armors or maybe weapons, and if he is rank 3 you can add up to 3 white sockets to your armor or weapon. Now, to get maximum profit from intervention safe house you should place as leader Cameria or Gravicius, because Sulfur Scarab and Divination cards Scarabs are at the moment with highest price, around 30 chaos each. Beside those 2 you will have space for 3 other members. You can place Haku and get Strongbox Scarab, then you can place Rin and get Cartography Scarab, and you can place Jorgin and get Best Cherry Scarab. Also, if you wish to gamble, you can place Riker and get to pick one divination card, and if you're lucky you can get some really expensive divination card. Next question is where to farm those syndicate encounters, and outside maps I tried the Blood Aqueduct zone. Monster level is 61 and it was really fast. Inside this zone you can also get humility divination cards. And here is the way I did it. I would just go to Highgate, then I will start new instance, then I will just go look for syndicate encounter.
Bring the beast in my sights, Exile! Oh, that was a juicy one, Exile! You are well prepared for the This is a fight!
And here is a fortification encounter with Jorgen and Reed.
Then I guess it stops with me, huh?
Now let's talk to those members.
Exile. I have earned no.
Death is not the deterrent it once was.
I need to interrogate and remove him from this research safe house, and the same goes for Jorgen.
I've nothing to hide. Only strength matters.
Now I just would use portal, go back to town and go back to Highgate, and now I would just start new instance and rinse and repeat. Now here is some locations inside Blood Aqueduct zone where you can find those syndicate encounters. As you can see, some of them are really close to the start of the instance. And it is especially nice when they spawn just few steps outside of the gate. As you can see, both fortification and research encounters can spawn on this location. You also don't need to worry that you will miss Syndicate encounter because it is on the other side. If that happened, you will see it on your mini-map. While farming Blood Aqueduct zone, I did 2 research and 2 intervention safe house runs. It took me around 90 minutes and I made around 500 chaos selling pure bridgestones and lots of scarabs. Depending how fast you move, it is probably possible to do it much faster. At this point, I was curious how many Syndicate encounters I will need to be able to run one research and one intervention safe house again. If you look at my board, you can see that Haku is at the leader position in intervention safe house, Riker is the member, but Jorgin, Gravicius, Rin and Cameria are all on the wrong side of the board. Also, you can see that it flat only has 1-star rank and is at the bottom of the board. Also, you can see that intervention safe house is at the moment at 0% information, while research safe house had 44% information. After 24 encounters, I was able to run research and intervention safe house again, and now I will showcase those encounters and explain what options I choose when I talked to Syndicate members. First encounter was intervention. There was Riker and Cameria. And Cameria had option execute and to move him to intervention. It was easy choice. Now Riker had interesting option was to move him to fortification and to move Gravicius back to intervention. I choose this option because Gravicius is more important than Riker. And as you can see, now I had Cameria and Gravicius at a good spot on the board, because one of them should be leader of intervention safe house. Next encounter was again intervention. There was Gravicius and Aisling.
From me, Exile.
Also, again, easy options to increase rank of Gravicius. And for Aisling, I choose bargain, so Aisling and Gravicius became trusted. It's usually good to have both trusted and rivals relation between members, as you will get more options when dealing and talking with Syndicate members. Next encounter was fortification. First I talked with Rin. It was bad option. Now I talked with Aisling. It's neither bad or good. And here is Riker, who is member of fortification, which is bad. And at this point it's best to interrogate and remove his rank. Now again, Rin had bad option, so I just choose to increase rank of Aisling. And now Rin had different option, bargain, where he and Haku became trusted, and in same time I increased a little intervention information. Next encounter was transportation. There was only Jorkin. Bargain option was really bad, so I choose interrogate. Next encounter was intervention. There was Cameria and Gravicius. Both execute options was good. I choose to increase rank of Gravicius. Now Cameria had both options bad, so I just choose to skip. Next encounter was again intervention. There was Hillock, Gravicius and Cameria. And Hillock had nice interrogate option which will increase a lot my research intelligence. But you will always have interrogate, so you don't need to hurry. So now I checked Cameria and choose to increase his rank. Now I check back Gravicius. He still had nothing good, so now it was a good time to interrogate Hillock. And I checked now Gravicius, and he had bargain to become trusted with Leo and increased a little bit research intelligence. Next encounter was transportation. There was Corel and Rin. I will choose interrogate for Rin, but First I will increase rank of Corel, and now I can just interrogate Rin.
Brutal as you.
Next encounter was Fortification. There was Gravicius and Aisling.
After death, exile.
Gravicius had bad Betray option,
Me back. I'd prefer not to die.
and also Aisling
Executing us brings you no closer
Betray
to
option
life.
was bad, so I choose
Outlive.
Interrogate,
Sure, those at the
which
top
will
hear
also
about the many failures.
push information about Fortification's safe house to 100%.
Who I deceive.
And now I choose Bargain for Gravicius.
The Syndicate is full of godless heretics, seeking
Next encounter was Research. There was Corel, It That Fled, and Leo. It That Fled had nice option to increase rank. And Corel also had option to increase rank, but at this point it's better to increase It That Fled. And now was tricky part, what to do with Leo. If I choose Interrogate, I was not sure who will be put on the leader position. I didn't want to put It That Fled with 2 stars on leader position. So that was tricky part. Betray option for Corel was bad. So I choose to risk and go with Interrogate, because this will give me huge research intelligence. And you can see Hillock was put on the leader position.
See how you live in one.
You are brutal.
And now I can just talk to Corel and choose Bargain and increase even more research intelligence. Next encounter was again Research. There was just Corel, and there was the easy option to choose Bargain. Next encounter was Intervention. There was Gravicius and Haku.
and I have no qualms.
Here Betray option was bad because Haku would lose all ranks, and I still need him. So now I talked with Haku, and
Conflict aside,
Betray was bad, but Interrogate was really good. I will get lots of intervention intelligence, and also will place Gravicius as leader of intervention. And now I can
Your body is strong, Corel.
talk with Gravicius and choose Bargain
I overmuch on the Eternal One's
and get a Scarab as reward.
A truce.
Next encounter was Transportation. There was only Jorkin. Bargain was really bad, so I choose Interrogate, which will increase also Transportation intelligence.
You will not break it.
Next encounter is Fortification. There was Riker and Aisling. I had option to increase rank to Riker and move to Fortification, which was bad.
Do it. You're no stranger to murder.
So I just increased rank of Aisling. And now I just choose Bargain and increase intervention intelligence. Next encounter was Research. There was It That Fled, Tora, and Corel. When you have 3 members, you will always have execute option for each member. At this point, the best was to increase It That Fled rank. I'm trying to
Violence
place him
is
as a leader.
the strong eat the weak in nature.
And now
So it
Betray option for Tora was bad because Corel would lose all ranks. Also Betray was bad because I need Tora. At this point I was thinking to interrogate Corel and decrease his rank, but because research was already high at 89%, I choose to skip and do nothing. Next encounter was Fortification. There was Haku, Riker and Aisling. Riker had bad options, so I choose Execute for Haku to increase his rank. Also Aisling had nothing special. Now I check Riker, he still had bad option. I'm trying to move him to Intervention. At this point, Interrogate and Execute was both nice, and for Aisling, I choose Execute. And now, still Riker had bad options, so I choose just to skip and do nothing. Now I had the transportation encounter. There was Jorgen and Rin. There is option to move Jorgen to transportation. And I'm trying to move Rin to intervention. So at this point I choose Execute for Jorgen, and I will choose Interrogate to Rin to reduce rank and have more chance to move to intervention. Next encounter was Research. There was Corel, Tora and Vegan. Corel was already at rank 2 and I choose not to increase his rank because I wish only that flat has rank 3 when I remove Hillock, that flat will take his position. So now I was thinking what to do with Corel, but so I decided first to increase rank to Vegan. And now I just use bargain option with Corel. Next encounter was Research. This time I start recording late. There was one more member with that flat. I use his option to increase Research safehouse intelligence, and now I had left only with that flat, and both options for that flat was bad, so I choose to skip. Next encounter was Fortification. There was just Aisling, and I choose Interrogate option to increase intelligence of Fortification safehouse.
You could hear more laugh.
This time I had intervention encounter. There was Haku and Vegan. Because these two was trusted, there was Betray option for Haku and Betray option for Vegan. And Haku option Betray was really good because increased +1 rank for all intervention members. And this is one of the reasons trusted is good to have on Syndicate board.
Deeply unkind. There's no I in teamwork.
Now I talk with
Also
Vegan,
no glory in teamwork.
and
But there is
both
an I
options
in glory
was
if you spell it
bad,
wrong.
so I choose
This
just
time I
to
explored my options
skip.
solo. Free me.
Next encounter was Transportation. There was Hillock, Jorgen and Rin. And this was my chance to finally remove Hillock from a leader position, so that flat can take his spot. So I choose Interrogate. As you can see, that flat became leader.
There's only one fate for the weak Exile. I have earned no exception.
Now both options for Rin was bad, so I decided to first increase rank of Jorgen. And now I talk again with Rin, and there was bargain option to increase transportation intelligence. Next encounter was Research. I choose Execute for Leo, then I choose Interrogate for Hillock, and finally I choose bargain for that flat. Next encounter was Intervention. There was Haku, Riker and Rin. both Riker and Rin
Death is not
had option to move to intervention.
I choose.
I prefer Rin, so
death is
I
not the
choose
deterrent
to
of
move Rin to intervention because of her cartography scarab.
Clean deaths.
Then I checked Riker. His option for betray was just to destroy items of intervention members.
The Syndicate does not follow the card.
Betray option of Haku was bad.
And a victory like yours gives you a choice over our fates. If you so
Also
choose,
interrogate was
have
bad
one of us
because I
exiled from the
need Haku at rank 3. So I choose betray for Riker. And now
Syndicate makes traitors of
I choose bargain for Haku. Next I had intervention encounter. There was Haku and Idat flat. Betray was really nice to increase intervention intelligence. And Haku was having bad betray. So I choose to betray with Idat flat, which put intervention safe house at maximum.
Enough blood has been
Now I had
shed
options
today, warrior.
bargain,
Put down your weapon,
which was
and
bad,
I will offer you
so I just decided to skip. At this point I decided to raid intervention safe house. I had Gravicius with maximum rank as a leader. There was also with maximum rank Cameria and Haku, and I had Rin with 1 star also as a member. I was unable to move Riker or Jorgin inside intervention, but still with these 4 it will bring me nice profit. Last encounter was transportation. There was Jorgin and Hillock, and I choose betray for Hillock, increase his rank by 2. Now I talk to Jorgin and choose bargain.
They'll never even.
Now I decided to raid research safe house. As you can see, I had Idat Flat as the leader with 3 star. Leo had also 3 star rank. Corel had 2 and Tora had 2 star rank. And here are rewards. Tora was level rank 2, and so I was able to add 70 million experience to game. And because I use Empower with 20 quality, as you can see, I got 140 million experience to this gem. I already picked reward from Corel, who was rank 2. There was only some cheap fossils. The next was crafting bench from Leo, rank 3. I use it to add random modifier to my amulet. And I got nothing useful, but it was still free, like using a free Exile on your rare item. And now here is the main reward from research safe house. Modifying normal bridgestone into the pure version. As you can see. And because Idat Flat was leader, you have 2 crafting benches. And you can get 2 pure bridgestones. Now, if you prefer to farm those syndicate encounters inside maps, tier 4 map Beach is really nice. It's short and it's possible to finish it fast. Also, if you already don't have glacial hideout, you can maybe run iceberg maps, and while you farm those syndicate encounters, you can also look for glacial hideout. Also, if you are able to do high tier maps and finish those Syndicate encounters, you can try doing tier 13 maps and higher, like Dig Map, Sunken City, Terrace and Tower. In those 4 maps you can also look for rare hideouts if you already don't have them, and because you are doing tier 13 or higher maps, you can also farm rare red beasts. This will be all for now. Thanks for watching and see you next time.